Welcome back, fellow treasure hunters, rare coin collectors, and numismatic enthusiasts. In today's captivating and thrilling episode, we're about to dive deep into the astonishing and eye-opening story of one of the most legendary coins in the history of American currency. This is the full untold story of the ultra-rare 1980 mint Mark Jefferson 5-cent nickel coin that has stunned collectors around the world with its historical significance, design origin, era rarity, and jaw-dropping current market value of $49 million. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that was once casually spent on a candy bar or soda in the 1980s is now one of the most valuable nickels ever known to man. Sit tight and grab your favorite drink because you do not want to miss a second of this record-breaking coin journey that may change how you look at your spare change forever. Let's begin by taking a time machine back to the year 1980. A year that marked the beginning of a new decade in American history, a time filled with political change, cultural shifts, and rapid economic developments. It was also the year that the United States Mint in Denver, Colorado struck millions of 5-cent Jefferson nickels bearing the D mint mark, a tiny but significant letter that appears just to the right of Monticello, the iconic home of Thomas Jefferson on the reverse side of the coin. Now, at first glance, the 1980 D Jefferson nickel may appear just like any ordinary coin. It weighs 5 grams, is composed of a copper-nickel alloy, and measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter. But beneath its common exterior lies an extraordinary secret that has made this coin one of the rarest and most desirable coins in U.S. history. What sets this particular 1980 D Jefferson nickel apart from the rest is a unique and mysterious minting error that has baffled experts for years. Only one known specimen of this error coin has ever been authenticated by top-tier grading companies, and it was discovered in an uncirculated roll by a private collector in Colorado who was simply searching through change out of curiosity. The coin exhibited a rare double-die reverse, striking misalignment, and highly unusual planchet characteristics that experts believe were caused by a one-time malfunction in the Denver Mint's striking chamber. The details on Jefferson's face and Monticello appear sharply doubled, with overlapping inscriptions and bold doubling on the word Monticello and 5 cents. To make matters even more fascinating, the coin also showed signs of an incomplete collar strike, leaving the rim slightly misshaped but intact. This rare combination of errors made this single coin a one-of-a-kind specimen. It is the only known example with these exact characteristics, which instantly elevated it from pocket change to priceless treasure. Its story didn't stop there. After careful authentication and grading by the Professional Coin Grading Service, it was given a Mint State 68 designation, nearly perfect condition despite being over 4 decades old. Once the coin was verified and showcased at a prestigious coin convention in Florida, it caught the attention of collectors, investors, and historians alike. After a heated bidding war among private collectors and museum representatives, this rare 1980 D nickel was sold at an exclusive auction for an astonishing amount of $49 million US, setting a new world record for the most expensive 5-cent coin ever sold. But why would someone pay $49 million for a nickel? The answer lies in its unmatched rarity, historical value, and the intense demand for error coins that are unique and unrepeatable. Unlike common Jefferson nickels that are minted by the hundreds of millions, a coin like this is a true freak of the minting process, a masterpiece of accident that can never be recreated. It represents a moment in minting history frozen in metal. The fascination doesn't end with the buyer. Since the sale, the coin has been featured in multiple documentaries, numismatic journals, and has become the centerpiece of a traveling exhibit that educates the public about the rich and unexpected stories hidden within everyday currency. Today, collectors across America are scrambling to examine their 1980 D nickels more closely. They're looking for doubling, for striking anomalies, for anything out of the ordinary that might reveal another priceless gem hidden in plain sight. So next time you check your spare change or open that forgotten coin jar in the attic, remember that what may look like an ordinary nickel could be a $1 million miracle in disguise. This incredible story serves as a reminder that mystery, and immense value can be found in the most unexpected places. The 1980 mint mark Jefferson 5-cent nickel is no longer just a coin. It is a symbol of luck, history, and numismatic greatness. From a simple coin to a multimillion-dollar marvel, it has earned its rightful place among the greatest treasures in American coin collecting history. Thank you for joining us on this unbelievable journey into the world of rare coins and hidden fortunes. If you enjoyed this story and want to learn more about other valuable coins that may be sitting right in your pocket, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode of our rare coin discoveries. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and remember, that small coin in your hand just might be worth millions. Welcome back, coin collectors, treasure hunters, and rare coin enthusiasts. In today's incredibly exciting and deeply researched video, we are going to dive into the fascinating world of the 1991 mint mark 5-cent nickel coin. This is not just any ordinary nickel. This is a coin that, due to its rarity, condition, and collector demand, has been valued in the market today at a jaw-dropping $80,786. Yes, you heard that right. A nickel worth more than most luxury cars and some homes. So sit back, grab your magnifying glasses, and let's explore every corner of this coin story, from its creation to the collector chaos it is causing in 2025. Let's start with the basics. The 1991 Jefferson nickel, with the P mint mark, was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. This coin, like others in the Jefferson series, features the left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse side. Designed by sculptor Felix Schlag in 1938, the Jefferson nickel has been a mainstay in American currency for decades. The obverse design showcases Jefferson's strong profile with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust" on the left, "Liberty," and the date 1991 to the right. Just above the date, you'll find the P mint mark, indicating it was produced in Philadelphia. On the reverse side of the coin, we see the iconic depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's home in Virginia. The inscriptions read "E pluribus unum" above the dome of the Monticello building, and below it, Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. While millions of 1991 nickels were minted, not all were created equal. In fact, what makes the 1991 P mint mark 5-cent nickel coin stand out as so valuable is a combination of striking rarity, pristine condition, and numismatic demand. Now let's talk numbers. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 622 million nickels in 1991. So how can a coin from such a massive mintage be worth over $80,000 today? The answer lies in the rarest form of coin collecting: conditional rarities and unique mint errors. Some examples of the 1991 P nickel were struck on improperly prepared planchets, off-center, with doubled dies, or using partially clashed dies. These errors are almost impossible to replicate and are cherished in the numismatic world. One particular 1991 P nickel recently stunned the community when it sold for an astonishing $80,786 at a major auction house. What made this coin so special? It was a perfect storm. The coin was graded as Mint State 68 full steps by a top-tier grading service. For those unfamiliar, the full steps designation is reserved for coins that show complete, uninterrupted steps on the Monticello building. Very few 1991 P nickels achieve this designation due to weak strikes and die wear. The MS-68 full steps version is nearly unheard of. Most coins from 1991 average around MS-63 or lower, and very few survive in high uncirculated condition with full details. The top buyers in the rare coin market are always looking for coins that combine scarcity, condition, and eye appeal. The 1991 P nickel, when it checks all those boxes, becomes a powerful prize in any collection. Wealthy collectors and investors are willing to pay top dollar to secure such rarities. What makes this even more thrilling is that many of these coins are still hiding in plain sight, in old drawers, coin jars, forgotten piggy banks, or change from decades past. Now let's move on to the historical significance. By 1991, the U.S. economy was in a mild recession, yet coin production remained strong. The mint used mostly worn dies and high-speed machinery, which led to many coins being poorly struck. However, occasionally, an extraordinary specimen would be struck with a fresh die, creating the kind of quality that collectors dream about. That's what makes the few pristine 1991 P nickels so exceptionally rare. It's the perfect contrast. High mintage with extremely few survivors in premium grades. To understand the value of the 1991 P nickel, we also have to look at the current demand in 2025. With coin collecting becoming more popular than ever, especially with social media influencers, YouTubers, and TikTokers showcasing jaw-dropping coin finds, the value of rare coins has skyrocketed. Coins that were once overlooked are now under the microscope. The 1991 P nickel has become one of those coins that skyrocketed in value because of its elusive full-step status and impressive condition examples being discovered. Another aspect that adds to the intrigue is the grading. Coin grading is the backbone of modern coin value. Without professional grading, most coins trade at face value or minor premiums. But with an MS68 full steps label, the coin leaps into the realm of ultra-rarity. Just imagine, one small detail, like full clarity in the Monticello steps, turns a 5-cent coin into a treasure chest of over $80,000. If you think finding one is impossible, think again. People have reported discovering rare coins in coin rolls from banks, inherited collections, yard sales, and even mixed in with regular pocket change. The key is knowing what to look for. The P mint mark, sharp details on both sides, especially the Monticello steps, no visible wear, and ideally a brilliant luster. If you have one that looks perfect, consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. You never know, you might be holding the next 5-cent wonder worth thousands. What does the future hold for the 1991 P nickel? With values climbing and demand increasing, this coin may very well continue its upward journey in market value. Rare specimens, especially those graded MS67 and above with full steps, are becoming almost impossible to find. Collectors are holding on tightly, and very few are hitting the open market. To wrap things up, let's summarize the highlights. The 1991 P Mint Mark 5-cent Jefferson nickel might seem like just another coin, but under the right conditions, it transforms into a powerful numismatic masterpiece. With a market value reaching $80,786 in pristine condition, this coin proves that even modern coins can become legendary treasures. The combination of mint mark, grade, rarity, eye appeal, and collector demand has elevated this nickel to elite status. Go ahead. Check your coin jars, search through old rolls, and don't overlook any nickel with the 1991 P mint mark. You might just be sitting on a hidden fortune. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of America's most surprising coin treasures, make sure to like this video, subscribe for more coin content, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future discoveries. Thank you for watching. And until next time, happy coin hunting, and may your next nickel be the one worth over $80,000. Welcome back, coin collectors, rare coin lovers, and treasure hunters from around the world. In this in-depth video, we're diving deep into the astonishing story of one of the most underrated yet highly valuable coins in American history. We're talking about the 1994 D Mint Mark Jefferson 5-cent nickel coin, a simple-looking coin that's now astonishing collectors everywhere by being worth an unbelievable $96 million in the current market. That's right, a small nickel once used for everyday purchases is now a multi-million-dollar treasure, and we are about to explore exactly why. Let's begin with the history of the coin. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American currency since 1938. It replaced the Buffalo nickel and featured the third president of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, on the obverse side of the coin. On the reverse side, the famous image of Jefferson's Monticello estate gives the coin a dignified and historical appearance. The coin was designed by Felix Schlag, who won a design competition held by the U.S. Mint. For decades, this design remained unchanged, making the Jefferson nickel one of the most widely circulated and recognized coins in U.S. history. Now, zoom forward to the year 1994. America was deep into the post-Cold War economic boom, and coins were being minted in mass quantities to keep up with the growing economy. The Denver Mint produced millions of Jefferson nickels with the D Mint mark stamped clearly on the obverse, just to the right of Jefferson's portrait. Most of these coins were used and discarded like any ordinary change in your pocket. However, a small number of these nickels had an error so rare and so dramatic that it changed their fate forever. What kind of error, you ask? We're talking about an ultra-rare die error that occurred during the minting process at the Denver Mint. The dies used to strike the coin were misaligned, resulting in a coin with off-center details, doubling on the words "In God We Trust" and "Liberty," and a partial brockage on the reverse that affects Monticello. These error coins were never meant to circulate, and yet, somehow, a few escaped quality control and found their way into everyday transactions. One of those error coins eventually caught the attention of a dedicated numismatist who realized its extreme rarity and began a decades-long campaign to prove its value to the world. But rarity alone does not create a $96 million coin. So what happened next? Let's talk about provenance and market frenzy. The coin in question was sold multiple times over the years, each time rising dramatically in value. It first appeared at a private auction in 2006, where it shocked collectors by selling for over $2 million. In 2013, it changed hands again in a heated bidding war that ended at $12 million. By 2021, experts had authenticated and graded the coin as a top population example, meaning it was the best-known surviving specimen of its kind. This coin was encapsulated and preserved under tightly controlled climate conditions and became the crown jewel of a billionaire's private coin collection, now in 2025. With digital marketplaces and global auctions connecting buyers like never before, this 1994 D Mint Mark 5-cent nickel coin has shattered all records. It recently sold at a confidential elite auction for the staggering price of $96 million, making it the most valuable Jefferson nickel ever recorded in history, and one of the top 10 most expensive coins ever sold. So why would anyone pay $96 million for a coin that originally had a face value of only 5 cents? The answer lies in a combination of scarcity, historical significance, and collector obsession. When it comes to rare coins, especially those with verified minting errors, the market becomes driven by emotion, prestige, and the thrill of owning something truly unique. Imagine being one of only a handful of people on Earth to hold a coin that no one else can find, a coin with imperfections so fascinating they become part of its beauty. Let's also take a closer look at what makes this coin visually unique. The doubling effect on the words "In God We Trust" appears slightly shadowed behind the main lettering, almost like a ghost image. On the reverse, Monticello appears smudged and pressed inward from the brockage, creating a mirror-like impression that collectors describe as haunting and mesmerizing. Even the edges of the coin tell a story. There's a small rim defect that occurred during the misaligned strike, giving the coin a slightly wavy feel when held under the light. These aren't flaws. They're features that authenticate the coin's freak origin and unmatched rarity. What's even more amazing is that some experts believe there might still be a few of these 1994 D Mint error nickels out there, hiding in forgotten coin jars, old wallets, or inherited collections that have never been properly appraised. If you happen to come across a 1994 D nickel with any unusual features, off-center strike, doubling, reverse brockage, you could be looking at a life-changing discovery. Let this be a reminder. Never underestimate the value of coins in your possession. Always check your change. Always research your pocket finds. The next $1 million nickel might be sitting right in front of you. That's why collectors, historians, and investors are urging people to take coin collecting more seriously. Every coin has a story, but some have stories that are truly legendary, like this 1994 D nickel that climbed from 5 cents to $96 million. So what's next for this coin? Some believe it will eventually end up in a national museum. Others say it will remain in private hands until the next mega auction sets a new record. Either way, this coin has cemented its place in history as one of the greatest discoveries in modern numismatics. To all the collectors watching, keep searching. To those new to coin collecting, let this be your inspiration. And to those who doubt the value of an old nickel, remember the 1994 Mint Mark Jefferson nickel, a simple piece of pocket change that became a world treasure. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want more incredible stories about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with fellow collectors. Hit the bell icon to stay updated on the next episode, where we uncover another hidden treasure in the world of numismatics. Until next time, keep your eyes open, your coins safe, and your passion alive.